Hi, Andrea Britton here. I did my presentation on antibiotics, okay? So, when it comes to the most important and pivotal inventions of the modern world, antibiotics are among the most important. A bacterial agent will enter your body, and when it does, it begins multiplying. And from there, it will invade your different body systems and can make you very sick. This microorganism can even cause death, making the invention of antibiotics truly life saving. Throughout time and prior to the development of antibiotics, many clinicians would prescribe medical concoctions to help alleviate the symptoms of your sickness without really curing it. None of the previous remedies were more effective than antibacterial agents. Antibiotics proved to be the most important invention in modern history because of their ability to treat infections and save lives. However, over time, and due to the overuse and overprescribing of antibiotics, a resistance to antibiotics has brought about new challenges. So, prior to the invention of antibiotics, humans relied mostly on herbal concoctions to treat their ailments. One in particular, tetracycline, has been found in the bone and the teeth of individuals from ancient Egypt. And this proves that the discovery began a long time ago. Ancient Chinese medicine also provides a baseline for the development of antibiotics, as Chinese herbal doctors prescribed herbal solutions to help treat their people. Paul Ehrlich is known for his early discovery of chemotherapy agents to treat disease. In 1904, Ehrlich began calling a program to develop a cure for syphilis, a sexually transmitted infection that was incurable at the time and spread like wildfire. After some 600 plus tests, and with the collaboration of Alfred Bethune, a chemist, and Sahakaro Hata, a bacteriologist, they were able to achieve success up until Alexander Fleming's discovery of penicillin in the 1940s. So, Alexander Fleming was conducting biology research in a London college when he discovered the first antibiotic, penicillin. Fleming discovered a type of mold, Penicillium, was capable of killing bacteria in a petri dish. Through research, Fleming discovered that this mold was capable of destroying not only Staphylococcus, but other bacteria as well. In the 1940s, a team of doctors at Oxford University established experiments that would be able to sequester penicillin and consolidate it into a concentrated solution. This solution was 1,000 times more potent than Fleming's. Because of this discovery, they were able to begin clinical trials and effectively cure integral bacterial diseases. From there, Fleming was able to also establish the possibility of an antibacterial resistance by developing abnormally large bacteria and administering the antibiotic. Fleming noticed that over time, the cells would keep developing a thicker cell wall, preventing the inhibition of penicillin into the cell wall to destroy it. So, the most common antibiotics are used to treat infections like sexually transmitted diseases, urinary tract infections, and bronchitis, ear infections, eye infections, strep throat, and also respiratory tract infections. Penicillin works by preventing the growth of bacteria by degrading the cell wall of that bacteria. Infections such as syphilis, gonorrhea, strep throat, and pneumonia are often treated using penicillin. Amoxicillin is one of the most common types of penicillin that is prescribed. One of the major advantages to using penicillin is its wide array of being able to treat infection. However, one of the major disadvantages to using penicillin is the allergies. The allergy that penicillin causes is rashes, hives, and if severe, anaphylaxis. Unfortunately, penicillin is one of the most overprescribed antibiotics, making many infections resistant to the drug. Another widely used antibiotic is clindamycin. This is often used to treat such infections of the organs, skin, and blood. Not as common, however, still as effective, it is well at treating acne and anthrax. Clindamycin can help treat many bacterial infections. Clindamycin's side effects range from a metallic taste in your mouth, vomiting, nausea, all the way to blistering of the skin or yellowing. Another common antibiotic prescribed is cephalexin, which is used to treat infections of the genitals, urinary tract, bones, ears, as well as infections of the respiratory tract. Cephalexin is often prescribed for an average of 7 to 14 days and is often prescribed for those who have an allergy to penicillin. Side effects include stomach pain and upset, vomiting, nausea, and dizziness. More serious side effects include hives, itching, and bloody stools, and should be reported to a physician as soon as possible. So, ciprofloxacin, or Cipro, is a relatively strong antibiotic that is often used to treat serious infections of the body, as well as typhoid fever, the plague, and anthrax. Because it's a rather strong antibiotic, certain considerations should be taken into account when you're taking this medication. Patients should avoid caffeine, as the medication can cause a rapid heart rate and increased anxiety in conjunction with caffeine. Drinks high in calcium should be avoided during this medication, although eating foods high in calcium is permissible. One of the notable side effects of Cipro is the increased risk of tendinitis, the changes to the nervous system and the brain, as well as muscle weakness. And because of these side effects, close observation should be considered. One of the common problems that has plagued the invention of antibiotics is antibiotic resistance. In 1946, just 5 years after Fleming had invented penicillin, professionals began noticing a certain bacteria was becoming resistant to antibiotics. This, along with the overprescribing of antibiotics for non-bacterial sicknesses, has led to the resistance of antibacterial agents. Scientists began blending antibiotics with particular agents to create new antibiotics that are able to obstruct the construction of bacteria, thus preventing the medication from detaching from the cell. Another possible solution to antibiotic resistance is being conducted by researchers to use the herbal compounds to create medications. Many plants contain antimicrobial properties that can be expected and extracted to produce more antibacterial medications. Antibiotics have many different healing properties that are commonly and continually evolving and growing. With the proper administration and careful consideration of antibiotics have the ability to treat some of the world's most dangerous infections and save lives daily. Despite the worldwide complications to antibiotics and antibiotic resistance, science is growing and scientists are working diligently to combat such resistance. The invention of antibiotics, the evolution of antibiotics over time, and the healing powers that antibiotics possess proves that antibiotics are the most important invention in modern history.